given the rivalry in some of the other sports, a turnover here on this possession, but Lady Eagles coming off a tough loss against Southeastern. Last second loss, turnover on their final possession, lose that ball game 60-58. So Coach Roark and these ladies trying to get back on the right track here in Tyne Davis tonight.
This is the first new combination of starting five we've seen tonight, as the Lady Eagles are without sophomore guard Avery Rogers. Avery Rogers, a dual sport athlete, actually running in the conference championships for cross country tonight, so she is not here with us. But just a quick word about her. Last season, played in just a handful of games, put up 52 minutes out of the entire season. Through this season, 4 games, 4 starts, 84 minutes, almost 10 points per game. What a turnaround she's having.
Been incredibly efficient as well, and played really well defensively on that end for the Lady Eagles early on in the season. She's been a great piece of that rotation here for Coach Roark.
About a minute and a half into this game, neither team yet to break the goose egg on the scoreboard. Scotland bringing it up for the Lady Eagles. Holland DeWitt and Smith will be your leading scorers for the Lady Eagles. They are going to lead the charge. They're going to play the most minutes. They're going to get the most touches. When you start factoring in how deep this bench is, you've got 11 players on this Lady Eagles team that have played in all 4 games this season. A deep 3 off the glass, no good. Cannell going with the other way. So how about the bench so far for this Lady Eagle team? How about everything they've been able to provide so far?
The bench has been really good, and coming off of last year when you had so many ladies get so much time for injury and various other things, it shows that they've gotten that time and from last year, and they've grown their games, and they're playing really well, and the moment isn't too big, and they've played so far early in the season incredibly well coming off the bench, giving them a lot of different rotations and looks that they can go to.
Now, after all the great things we've said about the Lady Eagles, the question mark in their game so far this season still stands as it was last year: the ability to take care of the basketball. They can score it, they can shoot it, they can play great defense and rebound it. They average 12 more rebounds than their opposing team. But when you look at the turnovers game, they've got a 20 in that category.
That's obviously a big red circle there as that 3 is off in the corner. Offensive rebound, Ella Jane Cannell breaks the seal on the basket. It's now an early Lady Eagle lead.
Reinhardt trying to push it the other way. Kicked out to the corner. It was 2-pointer. Foot was on the line. Tie game at 2.
And this is a Reinhardt team that's really good. They're coming off a 22-8 season last year. They're returning 12 players on this roster. They're deep. They're got some age and season on them. So this is a Reinhardt team looking to make a run here within their conference and even nationally.
Douglas going in the post, getting the 2 points, breaks her scoring open on the night. Grant and McCutcheons lead the way in scoring for this Reinhardt team, especially McCutcheon. She's going to put up 32 minutes per game. She's going to play a bulk of the game. Great point guard, takes care of the ball, a 4 assist to 1 turnover ratio. She knows how to get the job done. Like you said, a lot of age, a lot of season with this squad. They also have 11 different players that have played in both games so far for them. So it's not really going to be your superstar matchup. It's going to be a lot of people putting in a lot of minutes, putting in a lot of production to get the game done tonight.
And like you said, the biggest question for the Lady Eagles of Faulkner is going to be, I guess of both Lady Eagles, is can you take care of the basketball? And that has been a problem early on here. Can you maintain possession and keep those things and not limit yourself in that possession number because of those turnovers? And that's going to be something they obviously want to improve on here early on before you really get into conference play.
First subs of the night for the Faulkner Lady Eagles. Number 10, Grace Ann Rose. Number 11, Addison Cantrell. Number 21, Sydney Stewart, all checking in. Cannell gets a good look from 3, and she knocks it home. The first 3 on the night hit from the Lady Eagles coming the way of Ella Jane Cannell. McCutcheons bring the ball up the floor. Picks it up, picks up the dribble, swings it around. Great defense here from Sydney Stewart. Working on Smith, going to the hole. Smith with the rejection. It will stay Reinhardt basketball here on right at the end of the sideline.
It's a great job defensively, moving her feet, getting in a position to be able to go for that shot block there.
Looking to inbound, gets it to McCutcheon. Going for the drive. Another one tipped, this time by Stewart and out of bounds. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Got to get a play drawn up well. Get a shot up very quickly. Gets it inbounds. Post fade, step through, off the rim, no good. Stewart pulls the rebound, they're off and running. Cannell had the way to the lane. Stewart didn't get it up in time. Picks up her dribble, finds Cannell this time, feeds it into the post to Smith. Smith going up, and it's good.
It's a good assist in from Cannell. Good quick pass, didn't waste any time getting it in. Smith had the seal, and that's another thing that the Lady Eagles doing really well early in the season. 19.5 assists a ball game, which is an incredible number that you like to see.
Offensive rebound put back up and in from Smith. 9-4 ball game, halfway through the first. Stewart to Smith. Smith on the dribble drive, gives it back to Cantrell. Swings it to Cannell. Cannell another three. This one off the rim and out of bounds. It will stay Faulkner basketball, tipped off on the rebound.
Media timeout, full timeout.
First media timeout of the evening, and we will send it to break here on the Faulkner Sports Network. Network. Coming out of the break, call was switched. It will be Reinhardt basketball bringing it up the floor. Lady Eagles in the diamond press. Getting a nice look to the lane. Smith lays it up and in for two. Stewart now bringing it up the floor, going to Grace Ann Rose. Second-year player, played a lot of quality minutes as a freshman last year. Swinging it into Smith. Smith feeds to Stewart, feeds to Smith. Smith puts it up and in.
It's a great feed. Again, good seal. Smith inside. Stewart, great passer on her own right. Gets the lane to Smith, and that's pretty easy for Ruthie Smith inside when she gets that kind of position.
Yeah, and the thing about Sydney Stewart, she played a lot of good minutes, was a very good point guard last year, starting out as a freshman, coming in, like I said, like you said, actually great passer until the knee injury went down. As you see, she's got the big bulky brace on her leg, black leg sleeve, but the good thing is it doesn't affect her passing. She still sees the floor exceptionally well, knows the offense, knows where to get her people in the right spots for great shots, as we've seen so far tonight.
Right. And biggest thing you're seeing in Stewart's game right now is just the quickness, and that's going to come, but right now just not there coming off of that ACL. So, but that's one of those things that comes, but it's also one of those things that could be a blessing in disguise because everything kind of slows down. You start to see the floor a little differently.
Stewart with the inbound pass here, looking for Cannell. Gets it in. Swings it back to Stewart in the corner. They'll swing it up to Smith. Restart. Smith gets a drive. Going to the hole. Off the rim on the layup. Pulled down by Reinhardt. Smith gives it to McCutcheons. McCutcheons a transition three. Off the board. No good. Ruthie with the rebound.
You mentioned it off the jump. Both teams going to take a lot of threes here. And some of that's just modern basketball, but some of that's just the way these teams run their offense. Yeah,
Faulkner putting up about 28 threes a game. That one from Smith, no good. Reinhardt putting up about 23 threes per game. Reinhardt shooting about 33%. The Lady Eagles Faulkner rather shooting an outstanding 42% so far from three. As a block from Smith, rebound from Rose, looking to get out in transition. It's a 2-on-1. She's going to go up, lays it in for two. Grace Ann gets her first points of the night. Timeout, Reinhardt. 13-8 is your score. 2:48 left on the clock. Headed into the break here on FSN. Back out of the break. A special shout out to our statistician from football season. Yes, we hired him again for basketball season. The great Jackson Parker in attendance tonight, and his first stat of the night is as follows. Lady Eagles already halfway to their highest season total in blocked shots. Interesting stat for you, and it's something interesting to keep up with as we go through this game. Great swing inside, kicks it out for three. It is up, rolls off the rim, no good from Alexis Wilson. Ruthie Smith with the rebound.
Faulkner went 3-2 zone on that trip, that time down defensively, and gave up the look in the corner, but it didn't bite him.
You know, and that's with a team that likes to shoot the three ball, that's not a bad decision to go to, especially a team that's kind of struggling. Shooting only 33%, as we mentioned earlier. That's honestly, if you can only give up 33% of your threes and you're daring them to shoot it from outside, they've yet to hit one tonight. Great decision there by Coach Rowe to go ahead and change, get that look going, especially with the big mans and the driving they had and the trouble inside early.
Great pass.
Beautiful inbound pass, this time to Ruthie Smith. Coming off the curl, lays it up and in. 15-8 is your score.
Screen up around the free throw line for Smith, and just a great find there on the inbound. Hand check up top on number 11, Addison Cantrell.
Big switch coming in for Lady Eagles, everybody but Addison Cantrell. Douglas Holland DeWitt, Kiara Scotland, and number 4, Audrey Blaine, all subbing in. Two minutes to go here in this first quarter. Inbound pass, gets the drive, kicks it back out. Van Dyke looking for somebody. Gets it on the roll to Brothers, who lays it up and in for two.
It's a good cut by 21 McKinley Brothers, a freshman guard from Marietta, Georgia. Got Scotland with her back turned and went right to the basket, and a good find.
Cantrell, a hard drive, ends up rolling it off her legs and out of bounds. A little bit of confusion from the Faulkner sideline. They said it rolled off of Cantrell. Referee on the baseline didn't see it, but nonetheless, we play on. Brothers bringing it up the floor for Reinhardt. Looking to set it up. This time swings it to Ekwe Blah. Threw up a layup. Came back down to Brothers, missed it out of bounds. Full court pressure here from Ekwe Blah. Picking up Scotland full court. This time she's going to swing it to Holland DeWitt. Tight man-to-man coverage, or not coverage, tight man-to-man defense so far from this Reinhardt defense. Foul called here on McKinley Brothers.
Foul on number 21, McKinley Brothers, her first, team third.
Brothers' first foul on the night.
Third team foul. Just 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter.
Scotland was looking for that same roll around this time to Douglas. Couldn't get it. Going to swing it into Blaine. Blaine drives, turnaround, post up, no good. Smith bringing it the other way. Picks up her dribble, trying to find somebody. Looks for the back cut, doesn't have it. Ekwe Blah with the ball. Swing it around to Wilson. Wilson, the shooter on this team. Not afraid to shoot it from anywhere. 40%, 4 for 10 in 2 games so far for her. Ekwe looking to go to the hole. Quick jab from Cantrell. Wilson gets it, kicks it back out. 3 with the shot clock winding down. No good. Holland DeWitt with the rebound. Shot clock is off. Holland DeWitt going to the hole. She's fouled and will go to line and shoot 2.
Foul goal number 30, Alexis Wilson, her first team fourth.
4th team foul. That foul is on number 30, Alexis Wilson, who's checked in the game, a 5'9" freshman guard from Dallas, Georgia.
Number 23, Kiara Simpson, and number 34, Mackenzie Franklin.
Holland DeWitt will step to the line for her first 2 free throws on the night. Thus far this season, she's shooting 77% from the charity stripe. Nails the first one home.
Coach Roark screaming for one shot. Well, she took one shot. There's just 17 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, and with what Holland DeWitt was saying, I mean, she still saw the big red number under the shot clock still on. The time very, very close together. I mean, she got a good look.
She saw the driving lane is what she saw. She couldn't hear. I'm just messing with Coach Roark as much as anything. They got one shot off, so.
McCutcheons kicks back. 3 off the rim. Ball's going to roll around. Buzzer will sound. 17-10. Faulkner Lady Eagles lead after 1 here in Tyne Davis Gymnasium. Back here on FSN, coming out of the first quarter break. Faulkner Lady Eagles lead it 17-10. About an even match game so far. Reinhardt's shots just aren't falling. Both teams shooting a lot of threes thus far. Only 2 free throws shot in the game until now. Shout out the announcer, Jinx. McCutcheons will go to the free throw line for her first 2 free throws of the night, and the first free throws for Reinhardt thus far. Another stat brought to you by our great statistician, Jackson Parker. This is the lowest point total given up by the Faulkner Lady Eagle defense so far this season. And compared to a year ago, this Faulkner Lady Eagle team playing very, very well. Compared to a year ago, a lot of injuries struck, a lot of tough losses here and there, teams struggling to rebound, and it seems like that's what's been fixed so far. They're a great rebounding team. They've got a lot of depth. They play a lot of people, especially in the post, but the one thing that still stands, as we've said, is the turnovers. And the time will tell if they can clean it up, especially as we move into conference play and throughout the rest of this season.
Yeah, and some of that is just rotations that you're throwing in there. You're trying to see what works early in the season, and that's some of it. Some of it is jitters and some of those things, but it obviously is something that needs to be corrected in order for this team to go with the aspirations that they have of trying to get into that national tournament again.
Scotland with the drive. She'll kick it back to Cantrell. Cantrell rips to her left, goes up to finish with the left hand, up and good. Beautiful left-handed layup from Addison Cantrell as she starts her scoring on the night. McCutcheons bringing the ball back down the floor for Reinhardt. Lady Eagles back in the man-to-man defense.
And this defense right now holding Reinhardt at 22% shooting from the field, 0 of 5 from beyond the three-point line. That one's a 2.
Basket by Niall Camper.
Announcer Jinx almost got both of us up, not even a minute into this second quarter. Cantrell going to work again. Back screen, had DeWitt in the post, missed her. Scotland stop and pop. It'll fall.
Kiara Scotland.
Well-run offensive screens there from the Lady Eagles.
Good use of the floater by Scotland to get that shot over a larger defender.
Grant for three, hits off the rim, no good. Pulled down, Scotland pulls it away, 5-on-3, fast break opportunity. Scotland gonna drive, kicks it to Blaine in the corner, her three-pointer is good.
Point, Audrey Blaine.
Audrey Blaine hits her first three-pointer on the night, as well as she gets her scoring started. Kiara Scotland credited with the assist. McCutcheons drives, pump fakes, kicks it back out. Looking to set something up. Drives baseline, stop and pop shot, no good. Rebounded by number 13, Brett Douglas, who will bring it up the floor. Gives it back to Blaine in the corner. Blaine ripped it across, threw it right to the defense. Camper with the steal. She'll go coast to coast. Takes a shot attempt, tipped and out of bounds. Reinhardt will keep possession.
It's a good job defensively getting back, making that shot a lot more difficult than it could have been otherwise.
Back in for Reinhardt, number 5.
Subbing in for Faulkner Lady Eagles, number 33, Allie Henson, number 2, Ella Jane Cannell, and number 21, Sydney Stewart. Number 5, Londacia Smith will sub back in for Reinhardt. Smith, an integral part of this offense so far. Three-pointer there, no good. Over the head of Henson. Henson standing tall is called for the foul. Came down on Smith's arm there. Smith will go to the line and shoot two.
Henson popped with that one, the redshirt freshman from Tuscumbia, Alabama.
Londacia Smith, the line, shooting 2 for Reinhardt.
Smith first from the line is up and good. Smith shooting an unfortunate 20% from the free throw line, 1 of 5 so far this season. Make it 2 of 6 and make it 3 of 7.
No longer is she shooting 20% from the line.
That will definitely bump the averages up, make the stat sheet look a little bit better. Cannell with the ball on the right wing. Stewart gets a screen from Henson. Pulls the three, off the rim, no good. Ball's batted around. Hit off Douglas and Henson's hands. Cantrell guarding McCutcheons. Deep three ball from Grant, off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled by Douglas, given to Stewart, and the Lady Eagles of Faulkner back and running. Douglas swings to Cantrell. Cantrell.
The blocking foul.
Referee on the bottom of the floor called the block. Referee on the side called the charge.
Foul's going to go on number 10 of Reinhardt, Amira Grant. Her second.
Call was in the, I guess, vision lane of where the bottom referee could see it. Not entirely sure how those rotations work, but she kept saying it was her call, so I trust her because she gets paid to do it.
There you go.
Cannell with the ball. Going to work in the post. Swings it out to Cantrell. Cantrell's looking for the drive. Gives it to Douglas. Douglas swings it to Cannell. Cannell's got to make something happen. Stop and pop from top of the key. No good.
That was a good look for Cannell with the shot clock running down the way that it was.
Ball swung to McCutcheons on the floor. Cantrell rips it away. Referee's got a foul call.
I believe it's going to be on number 2 of Reinhardt. It is. That is Isaiah McCutcheons.
Isaiah McCutcheons, her first personal team second. The ABS Business System substitute Faulkner, number 10.
For McCutcheons, her first foul.
Number 22, Ruthie Smith. ABS Business Systems, Faulkner, University, 6th man.
Number 10, Grace Ann Rose, and number 22, Ruthie Smith, subbing in for the Faulkner Lady Eagles.
In for Reinhardt, number 20, Audrey.
Something we've seen this Eagle team go to quite often is trying to get people the ball in the post. Henson goes up and is good, gets her first points of the night. Like we saw there, running a lot of cuts and down, trying to post up with Smith, with Rose, with DeWitt, with Henson.
Yeah, they're really playing post out in this one and relying on that post presence and the advantage that they have there with those 3 players for sure. Back up top with Reinhardt, going to use the screen. McCutcheon steps in, takes a shot. That's no good, and they're just going to let that one roll out of bounds. It'll be Faulkner basketball.
For a team we've talked about that's like to shoot a lot of threes, being Faulkner that is, they've taken a lot of shots from the inside, getting a lot of points in the paint, getting a lot of great looks from inside. Maybe Reinhardt coming into the game was expecting to pressure from the outside, and Faulkner's taking advantage of it, getting a lot of looks in the paint. As here goes Ruthie Smith with another one, steps through, gets it up, no good, gets her own miss, going to go back up, gets her own miss again, going to go back up again, finally got a foul.
Trying to get the foul called 2 or 3 different times, finally gets it. That one's on Londacia Smith. Second foul on the senior.
In the game for Reinhardt, number 30, Alexis Wilson.
Alexis Wilson checking in for the Reinhardt Eagles. Ruthie Smith stepping to the line, shooting 44% from the stripe, 4 for 9. Oh, 4 for 10. Went in, rolled around the rim, and fell out. Second free throw from Smith is good. Make it 27-15 with just over 5 minutes left to play here in half number 1. Londacia Smith with the ball, looking to drive around Ruthie Smith. Gets it up and rolls off the rim. Henson can't pull the board. Rebound pulled by Lana Van Dyke. Goes back up. Gets fouled. Media timeout on the floor. Foul's going to be on number 33, Allie Henson. 27-15 here on the Faulkner Sports Network. Van Dyke will step to the charity stripe. Free throw number 1 off the glass and good.
First 2 free throw attempts for Van Dyke on the season. That is the second foul for number 33 of the Lady Eagles of Faulkner, Allie Henson.
Goes 1 for 2 at the line. Stewart pulls the rebound. Coming out of a timeout, new play we've seen drawn up. Double screen, Stewart going around it. Takes to the hole, kicks out to Grace Ann Rose. Her three-pointer is good. Off the back rim and in for 3. Pushing the ball up the floor here. McCutcheon's giving it up. Wilson catches and shoots. Misses. Smith with the rebound. Smith will give it to Stewart. Faulkner offense in action. Smith gives it back to Stewart. Stewart drives, across the corner to Cannell. Cannell's 3 off the rim. Rose running for it, kicks it to Smith, keeps it alive. They said she stepped on the end line, unfortunately, for the Lady Eagles, and it will be Reinhardt basketball.
It's good hustle, though, on that end for Grace Ann Rose and Ruthie Smith, both.
Yeah, Rose ran from the top of the right wing in three-point range, all the way under the basket, all the way to get the rebound, unfortunately stepping on the line, but still.
And that's a turnover that obviously you don't want to see, but it's a turnover you don't necessarily mind because it's one for all-out hustle.
Smith playing defense on Johnson. Johnson driving to the hole. Goes up and good. 2 points for her. Her first scoring of the night. Headed to the scorers table. Kiara Scotland and Morgan Holland DeWitt.
Nice hesitation on that bucket for Reinhardt. Smith goes up. She is swatted away by number 12, Lana Van Dyke.
Pushing it up the floor. Rose showing strong defense. McCutcheons gets it. Guarded by Stewart. Swinging it to Johnson. Johnson swings to number 20, Ekwe Blah. Her three-pointer no good. Henson with the rebound, giving it to Stewart. Stewart bring the ball up the floor for the Lady Eagles. Slowing it down, trying to play some half-court offense. Stewart stops off the double screen, pulls a three, no good. Van Dyke with the rebound. McCutcheons almost loses the handle. She'll step back, swings it to Johnson. Johnson had a look, drives on Smith. Steps back, gives it back to McCutcheons. McCutcheons off the screen from Van Dyke. Top of the key, just inside the three-point range, is good.
Basket by
Faulkner lead cut to 10. 2:40 left here to play in this first half.
Just good use of the screen up top by Reinhardt on that possession, and Coach Rohart is going to take a timeout after that one and talk with his ladies here. Get them focused back on the offensive end of the floor here.
30-20 heading into this timeout. 2:36 left to play in the first half here on Faulkner Sports Network. Back here on the Faulkner Sports Network, out of the timeout taken by Coach Rowe to talk to his Lady Eagles. DeWitt going on the drive. Took a tumble. A little bit of physicality underneath the basket, swatted away by Van Dyke. We play on. Three-pointer from Ekwe Blah, no good. Cannell with the rebound. Rose out and running. Unfortunately, can't get it to her. Cannell will slow it down, run the offense. Guarded by Johnson. Swings it across to Scotland. Scotland off the dribble drive, spins back in. Kicks it to Smith. Ruthie Smith, three-pointer. Long and off of Reinhardt. Hit off Kemper and out of bounds. Lady Eagles will retain possession.
for Reinhardt, number 3, Tria Blaylock.
Tria Blaylock subbing in for Reinhardt, getting her first minutes of the night. The junior guard out of Tiger, Georgia. Shot clock will reset to the 20. Double screen, getting it to Cannell. Cannell gets a screen from Smith. She backs away. DeWitt coming in hard on the drive, swings it out to Scotland. Her three-pointer off the back iron. Smith, offensive board, going up. Fouled by number 15. Haley Johnson. Johnson thought she had her hands on the ball.
You could have picked a foul on that one. There were a few as soon as Smith grabbed the board. Her 8th of the night already.
Faulkner, number 22, Ruthie Smith.
Cantrell subbing in for Cannell here.
Yes, business is a substitution for Faulkner, number
Smith
11.
will step to the line for her third and fourth free throw of the night. Shot 1 for 2 her first time around. First one rolls off the rim, off the glass, and in.
Actually, live stats a little slow. Smith already with 9 rebounds in this one. It's no shot at our statistician, Joel Sellers.
We love our statistician. He's the best.
Just the software itself, taking his dear sweet time.
Smith going 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. Puts her up to 3 of 4 on the night as I'm almost falling over. Don't know if you saw that on camera or not.
Judd trying to get the table in at a little playing time.
Maybe play a little bit of extra defense. Who knows? Johnson top of the key, pump fake, had DeWitt in the air. High point in the ball there was Mackenzie Franklin. Great job keeping it above the defense. Smith called for the foul.
Just her first. Fourth team foul already, but minute 27 remaining in the half here.
Both teams with 4 fouls, however, both teams playing very physical. Franklin's first free throw up and in. Franklin shooting 25% from the stripe on the year. No longer. Second free throw off the glass and in. She'll bump her average up to 50%. Under 90 seconds left to play here in the half. Scotland working it around the end. Screen. Smith gets the ball in the low post on the block. Looking to go to work. Gets a screen from Rose. Stepping through defenders. Swings it out to Scotland. Scotland's three-pointer is good. Three-pointer from Kiara Scotland.
Smith drew the extra defender in the post from the work that she's done down there already early in this one, and Scotland, the beneficiary of an open look, and a foul on that end. It's a drive by Niele Camper. Fouls on Morgan Holland DeWitt.
The line shooting 2 for Reinhardt, number 11.
First foul for DeWitt.
Niele Camper will step to the line. Substitute coming in for the Reinhardt Eagles. McKinley Brothers subbing in for Isaiah McCutcheons. Under a minute left to play. Scotland dribble drive to Cantrell. Cantrell fight through the contact. Had it ripped away by Johnson. Jump ball.
Nice quick hands by Johnson. Cantrell brought the ball a little too high, and she took advantage of it.
Was trying to get it into the corner after Johnson had committed, but like you said, ball came up a little bit too high. Johnson got her hands on it. Faulkner will retain possession with the jump ball into Douglas. Douglas dribbled around to Holland DeWitt. Douglas trying to steal. She does. Low pass. Foul is called on Niele Camper.
The first foul on Camper.
That will put them into the bonus.
So 38.3 remaining in half.
Douglas will step to the line to shoot 2. First shot missing. Douglas so far this season was 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 of 4. Second free throw, make it 2 of 5. Offensive rebound from Holland DeWitt, has it poked away by Mackenzie Franklin. And the Lady Eagles of Faulkner will retain possession on their own end. Scotland with the inbound. Cantrell coming off the double screen. She gets an open look from 3, passes it up, gives it to Scotland. Scotland dribbling it around. Picks up her dribble, looking for some help. Cantrell coming to help. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Looking for a screen. Gets a screen from Smith. Cantrell driving around, going to the cup. Pull up midi is good. Shot clock is turned off. Beautiful jump shot by Cantrell. Brothers with the ball. Under 10 to play. 6 seconds now. Franklin going to the post, kicks it out. 2-point shot. Foot was on the line. No good. And that will take us to the half. 37-24. Faulkner Lady Eagles with the lead, playing exceptionally well right now, controlling the turnovers, out rebounding, making their shots, and playing great defense against this Reinhardt team. Don't go anywhere. 15 minutes from now, we will start the second half here on the Faulkner Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Faulkner Sports Network, live from Tyne Davis Gymnasium. Second half of basketball about to kick off between these two teams, both called the Eagles. Reinhardt and Faulkner ready to get it underway. Reinhardt coming out of the half down 13, has not shot the ball well, yet to hit a three-pointer on the night. Faulkner Lady Eagles, however, have played well, done better taking care of the ball than they had the first couple of games. Very, very strong on the boards offensively and defensively. That three-pointer is no good. Ball rolls around. DeWitt dives on it. We'll have a jump ball, and it'll be Faulkner Lady Eagle basketball. Coming out of the half, what offensive adjustments are you making if you're Reinhardt trying to get back in this game?
Reinhardt, you're probably thinking you haven't hit a three-pointer yet. Obviously, that's not going to continue. Keep taking the open looks. The biggest thing is you're shooting 20% from the floor. You've got to get good looks. You've got to take advantage of some of these things that you're getting, as that corner three is off the rim, controlled by Reinhardt. And the biggest thing now, you're getting out rebound 32-20. Get the rebound, see what you can do there, and a good shot inside for Reinhardt on that one by Londacia Smith.
Cannell with the ball now, driving, looking inside, swings it across, was looking for Douglas. Douglas was trying to cut. That'll be a turnover given to Cannell, out of bounds. Reinhardt basketball. 9 different Lady Eagles for Faulkner have scored tonight. This just goes to show the depth of the bench we talked about pregame. 10 players have gotten minutes so far. Another great cut there.
That was a good cut.
Don't know if the ball was tipped by Smith. She took a swat at it, might have changed the trajectory of it. Kicking out for three to Cannell. Her three-pointer, no good. Bounces around, she gets her own miss. Sitting in the paint, kicks it out to DeWitt. DeWitt to Douglas. Douglas back to Cannell. Cannell's three-pointer off the back of the rim. Controlled by Reinhardt. Pushing it up the other way. McCutcheon, she's going to try a three. No good. Gets her own miss. No closeout, box out from Cannell. Another three-pointer. Throwing them up at this point. This one's no good. Diving on the floor. Ruthie Smith on the ball, as well as Niall Camper. And it will be Reinhardt basketball. A lot of shot attempts there. Like you said, they're going to keep shooting the open look. That's the only thing you can do, especially in this situation.
Yeah. Line change for the Lady Eagles. Faulkner here on this one. It is Sydney Stewart back in the game. Addison Cantrell, Audrey Blaine, Grace Ann Rose, and number 32, fresh into the contest, Sarah Wisnowski, the 6'1 senior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Was looking to get the screen and three there in the corner. Didn't get it. Rose playing great defense. Going inside to Franklin. Kicking it back out to McCutcheons. Cantrell guarding her well. She's going to be called for a block. Good defense there. A little too physical on the baseline as she picks up the foul there.
It's her second foul.
Deep inbound pass. Grant catches it. Gonna have a foul on Blaine as Grant was driving to the hole. Foul on the floor. Couple screens here from Reinhardt, trying to get it in bounds. She gets it in bounds to Grant. Grant feeding it inside. Blaine pokes it away. Londacia Smith trying to chase it down, rolls out of bounds. Great defense there from Blaine and Rose. Change in possession. Stewart will now bring up the basketball.
Good quick hands causes the change of possession. Lady Eagles steal a possession here early in the second half.
Rose getting physical in the paint. She's going to kick it out to Sydney Stewart. Stewart corrals it. Going to drive in, kicks it to Wisnowski. Wisnowski got it to Rose just a second too late. Rose going to drive. Reverse layup, no good. Wisnowski with the rebound. Gets hacked going up. Foul's going to be called on number 10, Amaria Grant. And Wisnowski will step to the line and shoot two. Wisnowski so far this season shooting 0 from the free throw line because these are her first attempts. First free throw off the back iron and in. Wisnowski 2 for 2 in her first trip of the season to the charity stripe. 39-26 lead for the Faulkner Lady Eagles. As Isaiah McCutcheon will bring it up the floor. Kicking it back out here to Franklin. Franklin swinging it across to Camper. Camper to McCutcheon's open three. It's good.
There it is for Reinhardt. Their Eagles breaking that seal from the three-point line, and that's just great action offensively for them on that trip down.
Rose driving, kicks it to Wisnowski. Wisnowski through the hands. Good look, just couldn't control it and go up with it. Like you said, finally broke the seal from three-point land. And it's not that they're taking bad shots or basically completely. The rim just simply hasn't gone their way. A couple rolls here and there. A couple bad shots here and there, but for the most part, taking good looks. They finally get that good look to go. And if you're Reinhardt sitting on the bench over there, you're hoping this opens the floodgates and the threes start pouring in. Smith with the ball, defended by Rose. Swinging it over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Camper. Smith sealing inside on Cantrell. Good defense. Rolls off the rim. Cantrell tips it out. Pushing it up the floor. Audrey Blaine going inside. Blocked from behind by Van Dyke. Faulkner will keep possession.
It's a good job trailing defensively for Van Dyke. Just gets into the post. Then you've got a double team essentially trapped right there on the baseline. She tried to force it up. Van Dyke there for the rejection.
Rose sealing inside, going up strong off the rim. Tipped around by Van Dyke off of her and out. Lady Eagles will get another attempt from the inbound play. Feeds it to Wisnowski. Wisnowski with the dribble drive to Cantrell. Cantrell pulling it back, gives it to Stewart. Wisnowski sealing. Got a foul call. Had the mismatch inside.
They've been trying to get into that mismatch, and that foul is going to go on number 20 of Reinhardt, Audrey Ablukla.
Gets it in there to Blaine. Blaine's going to drive, goes up, no good. Ball's batted around, and Camper comes away with the rebound, pushing it up the floor. They've got numbers. McCutcheon. Instead of transition, she's going to pull it out back to Camper. Camper drives, wide layup, fouled. She will go to the line and shoot two. Could have been on Wisnowski or Blaine there. Foul is on Wisnowski. Her first foul on the evening. Camper will step to the line.
First free throw for Camper is good. The help defense slow to rotate on that trip down.
Second free throw up and good. Make her 4 for 4 on the night. Blaine looking to set up screens here from Stewart. Stewart gets it. High screen from Wisnowski. Looking to drive. Beautiful back cut by Cantrell. Swings it to Rose. Rose had a three. Couldn't corral it. Almost throws it away to Blaine. She keeps it on this side of the half-court line. Clock down to 10. Cantrell drives. Gets a screen. Illegal screen from Wisnowski.
That's going to be her second foul. And the seventh Faulkner turnover here on the night.
8-point game here. That foul will knock Reinhardt into the bonus the next time they are fouled here in quarter number 3. McCutcheons will bring it up. Faulkner back in this 3-2 zone look. We saw it in the first quarter, haven't seen it since. McCutcheon swings it, gets it back. Three from the left wing, no good. Shoved in the back there. It's going to roll out of bounds. And Reinhardt's going to keep the ball. A little bit of physicality there. No whistle from the referee. Inbound play here. Looking to get something. Laundasha Smith will go up. Fouled by Audrey Blaine, and Smith will step to the line. Smith 2 for 2 from the stripe on the night. And as for Blaine, that is personal foul number 2 for her.
Been an ugly start to the second half here for the Lady Eagles of Faulkner. 0 of 7 from the floor. Just 2 points here in the quarter coming from the free throw line. Lucky that it hasn't gone worse for them because Reinhardt only 2 of 10 from the floor.
Complete line change for the Faulkner Lady Eagles as they go back to their starting 5 of Ruthie Smith, Morgan Holland DeWitt, Brett Douglas, Ella Jane Cannell, and Kiara Scotland.
Last field goal for Faulkner was with 18 seconds left in the second quarter.
Smith knocks that one home, goes 1 for 2 in her trip to the free throw line. 39-32 here with 5 minutes to play left in this third quarter. Scotland bringing it up the floor, gives it to DeWitt. Back to Scotland. Scotland off the screen from Douglas. Back to DeWitt. DeWitt looking to make something happen. Picks up her dribble, gives it back to Ruthie. Ruthie will shoot a 3. Rolls around the rim. DeWitt the putback off the rim. Trying to go back up with it. A lot of bodies, can't see. Going to the inside. Couldn't see who put that up.
It was Ruthie Smith on the pass inside and the bucket. The first bucket of the second half for Faulkner.
A lot of bodies there. Coaches standing, referees standing, a lot of defense there. Play was going wild. That three-pointer is knocked home from Niall Camper. Scotland on the drive, kicks it to DeWitt. Her three-pointer, no good. Douglas tips it, corrals the rebound, gives it to Scotland. Looking for the mismatch inside. DeWitt gives it to Smith. Smith going up, kicks it back out to DeWitt. Ball's tip, was looking for Scotland. Smith going up strong and it's good. Big-time physical post play there from Ruthie Smith going up against number 12, Lana Van Dyke.
And that was good defense by Van Dyke. Just on that occasion down, it was a little better offense from Ruthie Smith.
Yeah, playing defense there, sometimes all you can do is tip your cap and say good shot, which is what happened there. Kiara Scotland with the ball. Going up, fouled by Camper. Excuse me, not by Camper, by Van Dyke.
Just her first foul.
Scotland will step to the line. Her first free throws on the night as we go to the media timeout. 43-35 lead for the Faulkner Lady Eagles here in Tyne Davis Gymnasium. Back here on the Faulkner Sports Network, Kiara Scotland will step to the line. Her first free throw attempts on the night. First one is up and good. So far this season, she's shooting 78% from the charity stripe, bumped up to 80 as she's 8 for 10. This attempt up and good. Make it 9 for 11. That one's inbounded as McCutcheon's back in the game, ready to run the offense here for the Reinhardt Lady Eagles. Going to work, looking to get the ball to Wilson on the screen on the 3. Going to go inside on Douglas. Douglas, great defense, gets the block. DeWitt with the board, brings it down, gives it to Scotland. They're off and running. Smith, an early seal, going to work on Wilson. The mismatch inside. Very physical defense, no call there. They'll get up and head the other way. Wilson with the travel there. As Smith takes a deep breath, lets out a little bit of a smile after the very, very physical defense. I got a no call in the paint, a possession ago. She gets the ball, looking to set something up. Handoff this time to DeWitt. DeWitt goes to the other side, gives it to Cannell on the back cut, swings it inside to Douglas, out to DeWitt, pump fake, dribbles inside, goes up, lays it in for two. Great job there by Morgan Holland DeWitt.
Well, a strong take for her. That's just her first bucket of this one. She's got 4 points, but 11 rebounds to lead the Lady Eagles here in this one.
Three ball from McCutcheons, rattles it home. Faulkner lead now down into the single digits. Scotland keeping the pace, kicks it out to Cannell. Cannell swings it to DeWitt. DeWitt pump fake going to work, has it batted away. Gets it back. Kicks it up to Cannell. They'll restart under 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Cannell, crossover, going to work. Gets into the paint, spins back to her left. Goes up with a right, lays it home. Beautiful bag work there from Ella Jane Cannell. Reinhardt looking to keep things going. Swings it to the corner. Pump fake there by Simpson. Going up. Has it batted away. Very physical in the post between Reinhardt and Faulkner.
Both teams have been told to go to their bench and think about what they've done.
Been put in timeout even though neither coach called timeout. Referees will come together and talk.
Yeah, referees just going to try to sort things out. Things getting a little chippy here, a little physical. They're trying to see what they need to do to rein that back in. And it has been last several times down, and it's both teams being aggressive and a lot of fouls going, not getting called on both sides here.
Yeah, seems the most physical fouls are being let go, and then the maybe so-so, those are the ones getting called. Understand the frustration from the players. At least that's the way we've seen it right here courtside. Minute 24 left to play here in quarter number 3. 49-38 lead for the Faulkner Lady Eagles. Referees still discussing. They finally seem to have it sorted out. They're going to come report to the table. Start with a foul on blue 30. That will be Alexis Wilson. 2 flagrant ones, one on white 22. That would be Ruthie.
It's the second foul on Alexis Wilson.
They've got a double technical. Don't know who the one on Reinhardt is.
Tech was on Ruthie Smith of Faulkner. That's her second. And it's a technical on Alexis Wilson of Reinhardt. And then the technical on Ruthie Smith.
So we've got a flagrant one on Smith for Faulkner. We've got intentional, not flagrant on Reinhardt. Reinhardt bench is pretty upset when the announcement was made till Faulkner was reprimanded for their malicious activities, if one would like to call them that.
Extracurriculars, if you will.
That's a better word for it, instead of the malicious sarcasm from me. Coach is now meeting with the officials to sort it out. Reinhardt coach very frustrated. Head coach Tony Campbell done a great job at the program there.
Yeah, this is, I believe, third year there at Reinhardt.
All three are their last 4. Like, they hit 3 in the game.
The three-pointers that Reinhardt has hit in this game so far results in them being 3 of their last 4. Starting to finally heat it up here. We said they shoot 23 threes a game.
Yeah.
They're going to eventually hit. Hopefully they can keep their rhythm going. Still sorting it out. Don't know the events that are about to play out, in what order that is. All we know is common foul on blue 30, which is Alexis Wilson. Technical foul, flagrant one on Ruthie Smith. And then intentional foul.
We're going to see free throws. It's just going to be who we got. It's going to be Ruthie Smith at the free throw line first. Both teams in the bonus, a minute 24 remaining in the third quarter. 49-38 is the Faulkner Lady Eagle lead.
So this is for the common foul that occurred that put them into the bonus. So Smith knocks the first one home, make it 50-38.
Ruthie Smith, 13 points, or actually 14 points now.
Smith goes 2 for 2 from the line. The intentional and technical free throws will offset, and we play on with Reinhardt inbounding the basketball. And after all that clears up, we're glad to bring you some more action as McCutcheon brings it up the floor. Swings to Franklin. LaDoncha Smith gets it inside, steps through, lays it up and in for 2. Scotland bringing the ball back up the floor. Gets to her left hand, spins back, right hand up, and swishes it home. Beautiful turnaround.
Was Scotland now with 9.
Johnson swings it to Smith. Smith didn't like it. Smith will give it up to Ekwe Blah. This time to McCutcheon. McCutcheon's going to work on Scotland. Stop and floater. It's home.
It's McCutcheon's 13th point of the ball game. She's tied with Smith for the team lead.
8 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. Reinhardt will have one more look at this, pending any offensive rebounds. Foul called here on McCutcheon's. Very physical defense, closer to the volleyball line, away from the basket, but because of the bonus, Scotland will step to the line and shoot 2.
Just her first foul.
Scotland 3 for 3 on the night.
And the second Eagle in double figures. She gets to 10.
Knocks that one home, make it 4 for 4. Alexis Wilson will sub back in for Reinhardt. Subbing in for Haley Johnson. 20 seconds left here to play in quarter number 3, likely holding for one shot. McCutcheon's calling the shots. Giving it down to Smith. Smith got a great look inside in the post, swings it back out.
Yeah, Smith, great cut, wide open, just couldn't catch it clean to get the shot off.
Down to 5. Wilson throwing one up, gets her own miss. Stepping through, goes back up, no good. No foul called. We'll go to the break, 55-42. Faulkner Lady Eagles in the lead here in Tyne Davis Gymnasium. Back here in Tyne Davis Gymnasium, ready to finish this one off. We've had a great night of basketball so far. I'm Judd Bailey alongside David Turner, ready to bring this one home. 13-point lead for the Faulkner Lady Eagles. Very physical contest. Getting a little chippy, especially as this one's coming to a close. Long three-pointer from Grant, knocks it home. High arcing three, swishes straight through.
Yeah, Grant gets her first bucket of this one. 0 of 7 before that point.
DeWitt gives that one up to Rose. Rose going to work. Spins a couple times, gets back to her right hand. Beautiful
Great
block
help
by Van Dyke.
defense.
Lana Van Dyke stepping over from the corner, gets the swat. McCutcheon's pump fake. Thought about a transition three. Cross-court pass. Going to work.
They're going to go charge.
Charge on number 11, Niall Camper. DeWitt slid over to take the hit.
Thanks, that referee on the side was just making sure she was outside of the restricted area.
Stewart will bring the ball up the floor. Very frustrating night so far for Reinhardt. Emotion starting to show a little bit. Stewart trying to set a screen and get Smith the ball on Camper. Kicks it out to Stewart. Stewart thought about a three. She'll drive, kick it out to Smith, swinging it around to Rose. Rose to Cantrell. Cantrell dribbles with a right hand. Going in, going to have a block. McCutcheons will be called for the foul. Couldn't completely slide over there. Ended up getting her with the hip. And Cantrell will step to the line and shoot two.
Just her second.
Cantrell so far this season shooting 75% from the free throw line. Just kidding, she's not shooting free throws. Missed that entire play.
It's on the floor, inbound to Ruthie Smith. Good job in the post. Smith turns over that left shoulder. She's now got 17.
Camper puts it on the floor. Lays it up and in with the left. 10-point game. Stewart driving in. Feeds it inside to Smith. Kicks it back out to Sydney. Sydney back to Ruthie. This time to DeWitt. DeWitt's three-pointer. Yahtzee! It's good! McCutcheons will inbound it, bring the ball up the floor. DeWitt getting big in the post. This time it's dribbled to Van Dyke. We're going to get a three-pointer from Camper off the front rim. Van Dyke tips it. Beautiful extra pass from McCutcheons to Smith. Giving up the floater for the layup.
Trying to get that rebound, got Lady Eagles out of position and gave up an easy bucket on the tip.
Smith, little fader off the front rim, a little bit of a heat check. Fatigue starting to set in as she's trying to get back down the floor. McCutcheons going to work on Stewart. Kicks it back out. Grant going to work, gives it back to McCutcheons. McCutcheons behind the back. Going to work. That one's tipped, and they're going to have a foul on number 21, Sydney Stewart. Just to give you the dominance, to reiterate the dominance on the boards that the Faulkner Lady Eagles have had. Tonight they have as many offensive rebounds as they did in the last two contests combined. Beautiful job on the boards tonight by the Lady Eagles.
Grant yet to go to the free throw line in this one.
The last three made by Morgan Holland DeWitt. They were coming over to check and make sure. Not sure if that's something you can go back and change, but nonetheless, the three will stand as the first free throw was off the front rim and no good. Grant's second free throw switches it home, 10-point game. 7:20 left to play here tonight. Stewart bringing it up, swings it to DeWitt. DeWitt driving, dribble drive to Cantrell. Cantrell knocked off her route. Swinging it back to DeWitt. DeWitt thought about it, kicks it inside. Rose going to work, swings it across to Douglas. Her three-pointer off the back rim. DeWitt with an offensive board, going up strong. Rose in for two.
Patience by the super senior there. Gets her composure and balance. Puts a little shoulder in, creates separation, and goes up.
Swinging it across here to Niall Camper. Camper gives it to Smith. Smith puts up a stop and pop jumper, no good. Stewart bringing it up. Coach Rose signaling to slow it down. Some hand checks and physicality from Reinhardt. Stewart shaking it off, getting into the paint here. Kicks it out to Cantrell. Cantrell swings it to Grayson Rose. Rose going to work. Kicks it out to Douglas. 7 on the shot clock. DeWitt thought about a deep three. Gets it back to Douglas. Douglas had her foot on the line. 2-pointer if it's good. No good. Off the back iron. Camper with the rebound. Reinhardt the other way. Van Dyke going to work. Gets the foul and the bucket. She'll go to the line to shoot 1. Beautiful drop step there, getting to her left hand. Going up 4-2, finishing through contact. Looking to capitalize on the three-point play.
Camper checks back in for Reinhardt, as does number 20, Audrey Ekbula.
Van Dyke 1 for 2 from the stripe on the night. Cut the lead to single digits. Off the back iron, ball rolls around. Douglas pulls the rebound. Trapped in the corner, she gets around it, off and running. Pulls back, swings it across. Lady Eagles of Faulkner now in the half-court offense. 5:40 left to play. Smith with the ball. Top of your screen, gives it to DeWitt. DeWitt's going to heat check for 3 off the front rim, no good. Ekwe Blah bringing it up the floor. Comes back to her, gives it up here to McCutcheons. McCutcheons pump fake drives, kicks it back out. Camper thought about it. Back to Ekwe Blah, open 3 from the top of the key, no good. Rebound pulled by DeWitt.
Ultimately getting knocked off of DeWitt. It's going to stay Reinhardt basketball. Again, Lana Van Dyke on the hustle, and then I believe it was number 5, Londacia Smith.
Van Dyke, someone that's not necessarily filling up the stat sheet, but making a big impact in this game.
Yeah, she really has.
With the hustle plays, help defense, all of these things really keeping her team in the game. We've got a foul call here.
That was going to be on Morgan Holland DeWitt. Her third foul. It's 3 on Ruthie Smith and 3 on DeWitt.
We'll go to the media timeout here. The last stoppage of play from the media we will have on the night. 4:59 left to play here in Tyne Davis. 10-point lead for the Faulkner Lady Eagles here on FSN. Back here coming out of the media timeout. Smith stepping the line to shoot 2, knocks the first one home.
Smith, that's her 16th point of this contest. Leading the way for Reinhardt.
Smith goes 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Cutting the lead to 8. Kiara Scotland heading to the scorer's table to check in. Stewart looking for the back cut there, didn't get it. Dribbles around, floater from outside the restricted arc, up and good.
Great job keeping the dribble alive for Stewart.
Three-pointer from Ekwe Blah, no good. Rolls around, and it will be Faulkner basketball. Coach Campbell of Reinhardt wanting them to talk about it. Does not agree with the call at all. Coach Campbell very upset, and the Faulkner Lady Eagles will bring it down the floor. 4:30 left to play here on this beautiful Thursday night in November. Cantrell hesitation, kicks it out to DeWitt. DeWitt's going to drive with her left, kicking it across. Douglas gets it to Scotland. Ball hits off the legs of Reinhardt. Play continued on for a little bit till whistle was finally blown.
So shot clock resets to 24:15 remain in this one.
DeWitt going up, off the front rim, no good. 4 points left to play here in this one. McCutcheon's going to work, looking to get something open. Gets a screen from Van Dyke. Shoots a three off the back iron. Cantrell controls the rebound. Going to be a foul on Ekwe Blah.
And for Ekwe, that's her second foul.
Reinhardt on the night showing the full court press for the first time.
Both teams with 3 team fouls.
Scotland trips, gets it, swings it to Smith. Smith, beautiful vision, getting it to Cantrell. Cantrell driving, will pull it back out, gets it to Scotland. Scotland to DeWitt. DeWitt swings it across to Smith in the three. No good. Van Dyke pulls the board. 3:36 left to play here in the game. Reinhardt got to get something going. Had many great looks, haven't capitalized yet. Still playing great defense on the night. McCutcheon's on Douglas. Gets it to Smith. Smith off the glass, no good. Scotland pushing the pace. Pulls it back out. Coach telling to slow down. Get a good possession here. Scoring kind of stalled here for the Lady Eagles as of late.
That's 52 rebounds on the night for the Lady Eagles of Faulkner. That is a season high. 20 of those offensive rebounds, but Reinhardt has 40 in their own right with 19 on the offensive glass.
Last foul called on Londacia Smith. Inbound pass to Douglas. Douglas to Scotland, 15 on the shot clock. They'll set something up. Gives it to DeWitt. DeWitt going to work. Gives it to Cantrell. Cantrell stepped on the inline. A little bit of contact at the elbow on the screen, but nonetheless we play on.
A lot of contact up top. 3 players down initially, then 2 fighting each other to get back up.
McCutcheon's going to the hole, fouled by Scotland.
That's a second foul on Scotland, and that's just a frustration foul for Scotland there.
McCutcheon's will step to the line. McCutcheon's being the leading scorer of this team. She's got 13 points, but has had a rough night shooting the ball. She shot 5 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 6 from 3, and she's played 37 minutes tonight. Played basically the whole game.
Looks like she's going to play just about all 40. That one off.
Cantrell gets it. Guarded full court by McCutcheon's. Cantrell pushing the pace. She'll stop, pull it back, Swings it across to Scotland. Scotland going to the hole. Layup up and good. Faulkner lead now to 11. Ekwe Blah thought about a three. Swings it one more. Smith gives it across. Circus shot up and under, no good. Got a foul this time on.
Equabla is going to get the over the back call. Ella Jane Cannell set to check in, as is number 11 of Reinhardt. That is Nael Camper.
Instead of giving it to Ekwe Blah, they got Emeria Grant instead.
They did change it.
That will put the Lady Eagles of Faulkner into the bonus, and the next foul for
the fourth foul for Grant. Okay, they do change it back to 20.
Referee coming to change the foul. You were right. Did give it to Ekwe Blah. Cantrell's first free throw, no good.
Cantrell, 4 points, 3 rebounds in this contest, and a steal.
Second free throw up and good. Sub coming in, number 30, Alexis Wilson. Going to try and get her in the game, shoot some threes, the quick trigger she has, hopefully to spark a little bit of life into this offense with 2 minutes left to play, down 12. McCutcheon's bringing it up the floor. Gives the handoff here to Grant. Grant working against Smith. Picks up her dribble. Good defense from Smith. Tried to get the 5-second count and didn't. McCutcheon's going to work on Smith. Crosses the lane. Gets it to Wilson. Wilson kicks it out. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Smith going in. She's called for the walk. Wilson's three is no good. But with the travel call, the shot is waved off. Reinhardt down 12 with 1:40 left to play. Lady Eagles have led the whole way, except for one tie in the beginning of the game, but have had their foot on the gas and not let up since. Cannell had the layup, pulling it back. Coach telling her to slow it down, as she does. Ball moving around up top. Cannell going to work, trying to keep defense working, ends up turning it over. Smith with great defense there on the other Smith, being Ruthie.
Just trying to force it into Smith there in the post, and passing lane was not there.
70 seconds left to play.
As just the 8th turnover of the night for the Lady Eagles here.
Three ball from Grant, no good. Misses the rim to the right. Another stat brought to you by the great statistician Jackson Parker. This is the first time this season, as it stands right now, everyone that has checked into the game has scored. First time that has happened this season. 11 players have played and scored tonight. The record on the year is 12 players scoring. Smith bringing it up the floor. Almost has it ripped from behind, gives it to Douglas. Douglas to Cannell, gets it to Scotland, the ball handler, as she's going to milk this clock down. Johnson checking Cannell. Cannell behind the back, goes the other way. Picks up her dribble, gives it to DeWitt. DeWitt driving in, goes up strong, no good. We'll have a foul on Wilson with 6 on the shot clock. 38 seconds left in this one. Addison Cantrell heading to check back in.
DeWitt on the night, 9 points, 3 of 11 from the floor, 13 rebounds.
Rolls around the rim and off.
Looking for the double-double and give the Lady Eagles 3 players in double figures. She knocks that one in. .35 seconds left to play here. Likely out of reach, but anything still can happen. McCutcheon's
looking to get an open look. Great defense from Scotland. Step back, gives it up to Johnson. Johnson going to work on Douglas, kicks it across to Wilson. Wilson going to the cup, spins around, fade shot, no good. Rebounded by DeWitt. She pulls it away. Shot clock is turned off.
Shot clock's off. Got to get it over half court and dribble this one out. 13-point contest.
Crosses the half court line, and that will do it. The Faulkner Lady Eagles will reign victorious, and a big reason for their win tonight is this next stat, brought to you by Jackson Parker. Their season low on turnovers for the year, with only 8 compared to the 20 that they average a game.
That's a big number. 59 rebounds help in all of that, and then they control the paint, 36-22 in this one. Obviously, in that first half, they really looked to pound the ball inside and punish Reinhardt down low, and did that. And the second half was a little bit of a different story. The rim kind of closed up for them, shot around 30% here in the second half, did the Lady Eagles, but still managed to bring home the W, and in the losing from the Southeastern ball game, and trying to start a new streak here as this season progresses.
That'll do it for your coverage of the Faulkner Sports Network tonight, brought to you by myself, Judd Bailey, alongside David Turner. As the Eagles go throughout action this weekend, the men's soccer team has just kicked off in their conference game against William Carey. Then tomorrow we have another day of volleyball. They will host Blue Mountain here at 6 o'clock here on FSN and in Tyne Davis. And then this weekend, volleyball will host Tennessee Southern and Senior Day, and the men's basketball team heads to Henderson, Tennessee to take on the number 5 team in the land, the Freed Hardman University, at 4 o'clock on Saturday. And then Sunday we wrap up the weekend with Futures football at 3 o'clock against Mississippi Christian Community College to wrap up their season. A lot of action here on the Faulkner Sports Network. It's been a fun one. I'm Judd Bailey alongside David Turner. Have a good night. God bless, and go Eagles.